At the age of 13, Dr. Henry Barnett's dream was to be a professional ornithologist. It was his father who steered him in the direction of medicine.
But my father, who was a clergyman with 7 children, all of whom he wanted to educate, and almost no money, well, less than no money, decided that biology was a silly thing for a boy to do. It wasn't important. Why didn't I go into medicine? So I first thought, well, why don't I go into medicine? The war started the day we started medical school, World War II. I was 17.
During his studies, Dr. Barnett's career path was once again influenced by another authority figure.
The tyrannical professor of medicine in Toronto at the time, Duncan Graham, summons me to his office one day when I was working in the Banting Institute, not for him, on pathology, and he said, why don't you think of becoming a neurologist? I said, well, I haven't thought of it. He said, well, we need people to become neurologists.
The challenge of a field where, at the time, all the diseases were incurable or untreatable was intriguing, and it caused him to begin questioning authority-based arguments.
My years as a busy consultant neurologist led me to believe that we were doing a lot of things that we didn't know about, that we were making a lot of things up from hope and conjecture, and we're guessing, and we're just taking the authority of somebody in the senior position in the profession who said this works.
And so the testing began. A co-founder of the Department of Clinical Neurological Sciences at University Hospital in London and the Robarts Research Institute, Dr. Barnett has become known for directing many important multi-center clinical trials investigating stroke treatments. He conducted the first randomized trial to show that aspirin prevents stroke, and was subsequently asked by the National Institutes of Health to test the effectiveness of carotid artery bypass surgery in preventing stroke.
Much to all of our surprises, the answer came out, no, it didn't do any good. And there was a real uproar. It challenged the best of physicians who already were doing this and feeling very comfortable with it, and who were reporting excellent results. Well, it wasn't true. And this technique has now been dropped internationally.
You know, I sat down at dinner the other night in Johannesburg, and somebody came in late to dinner. He was a surgeon, and he brought his wife in, and he said, oh, I'd like you to meet the man that put an end to $1 billion business. And he introduced her to me.
Dr. Barnett has gone on to head up the North American Symptomatic Carotid Endarterectomy Trial, the largest NIH-supported trial to be held outside of the U.S.
We've concluded half of this other trial, this subsequent trial, which deals with the artery in the neck, and there's been no, that's been warmly received because it confirms what we hoped. Some people say we didn't need to do it because they already knew. But, you know, I like to look at it the other way. There were 1 million of these operations done between 1954, when it was invented, and 1985. When we began to question it in 1988, we started the trial, and between 1988 and 1991, 659 patients gave us hard, cold, incontrovertible evidence that for some people it was the right operation. That's 659 patients proved it, whereas 1 million had left it in doubt. That's the power of randomized, scrupulously done clinical trials.